All right, guys, it took a long time. I've been working on this build for 2 hours. When the game first loaded up, I was in the builder for 2 hours. I was one of those guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of those guys that told my boys, I'm gonna be in the builder for 15 minutes and I'm gonna have my build. I'm gonna be out of there and I'm gonna be ready and play in the park and the rec. Easy money. No, that's not what happened. I was legit in the build thinking. They had me thinking about my life on 2K for the next year. And while moments I was excited, there was moments where I was frustrated, a little bit angry, a little bit confused. But I will say, before you put any VC on a build, man, please do your research, take your time, and really build what you want to play like. That's the most important thing, man. You can watch any one of these videos on YouTube from any one of us content creators, and we can play with this build a certain way, but you may play with it with a whole different way. So what I would say is make a build that matches your play style. All right, so that's just what I want to say to intro this part of the video. So let's kind of get into my thought process of what I chose, why I chose it, and how dominant this build really is. So like I said, I spent 2 hours in the builder, man. This is the only build I've made so far in 2K, and this is probably the only build I will make for the first 4 to 5 months of the game. Yeah, so let's get into it. First of all, I want to talk about my intentions with making this build. If you didn't see in the beginning, this is a 6'9" point guard. Point guard, Earl? Why are you 6'9" at point guard? We'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, 6'9", 210 pounds. Yes, we'll talk about strength and stuff as well. And this build also has a 7'2" wingspan. So kind of a hefty fella, man. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're going to be kind of slow, man. I don't know if you're going to be able to keep up with the dribblers and the rec. I don't know if this is a meta build. We don't care about meta, man. We're here to play our individual game of basketball and dominate in the rec. This build for me personally is more geared towards rec players. I will be playing in this build with the park and stuff like that, but my goal with making this build was definitely playing the rec. So let's kind of break it down a little bit. First of all, we have 20 finishing badges. When I made this build, I knew I definitely wanted to be dominant in the paint. I've seen the gameplay. I've seen how slashers look. I've seen exactly the versatility it takes to finish at the rim. Anybody can really finish at the rim if you have the right attributes. And I know there's a lot of people making little centers, man. With these bigs out here slashing, man, if I have a 6'9" point guard versus your 6'9" center, I guarantee you're not blocking me. I'm sorry. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not getting blocked by someone the same height as me slashing to the cup, man. You're gonna have to bring out them 7'3" big boy. Please not the post scorers though, bro. The post scorers, y'all going crazy. Don't attack me in the comments if you're a post scorer. Shout out to y'all. You guys have your own nice little community. But anyways, there's not a lot of huge bigs out there in the paint, like kind of intimidating. So I want to make sure I had slashing. As you see the breakdown, I have 20 slashing badges, which we'll talk about a little bit later. 73 shot close, 90 driving layup, 95 driving dunk, and 80 standing dunk. Now I'll tell you off the rip, you really don't even need a 95 driving dunk. That was just something I put on there extra because I'm a slasher at heart and I just want to be a dominant slasher. I want that extra cushion for me to be able to finish animations and dunks and have a better percentage on my drives. So you don't really need this. So just take this as a blueprint to kind of adjust to your needs and your wants with your build. Next thing we'll talk about is shooting. Very average shooting. At first, I did not want to be a shooter at all, but I know how rec is. The last thing you want to do as a teammate is be a paint clogger. You need to have the ability to spread out the floor, to stretch the floor, whether that's mid-range, whether that's three-point shot. You have to be a versatile scorer. And for this build, man, that's exactly what you're getting here. At 80 mid-range and at 83 with a 72 free throw is absolutely fantastic for the rec. You get 20 badges. This is not a build where you're going to get Hall of Fame shooting badges, Hall of Fame limitless, and all those different badges like that. But you will be able to be a consistent knockdown shooter when the time comes. If somebody passes the ball open, you definitely will hit with this build. So if that's the type of role you want to play, you want to be able to hit shots, you want to be able to slash, this is probably the build for you so far. But like I said, you can kind of tweak this blueprint. This is only a blueprint, man. I'll show you the gameplay in another video and it definitely speaks for itself. But yeah, this is kind of a blueprint for you to take on and build your build with. Next thing we're talking about is playmaking. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Playmaking is so low, 80, 80, and 70 speed with ball at the point guard position. Yes, I know you're not gonna be out here dribble guarding. Oh, Curry step back, hezzy, tween, dribble. No, this is not the build for you. If you want to do that, lower the height some, increase your ball handle a little bit, and you can do all that. But that's not my intention when I made this build. For playmaking, my goal was not to be a passing liability. I made an 80 pass accuracy. If you don't know already, if you're in the rec, you need at least a 70 pass accuracy. If you're trying to throw the ball in the fast break, I promise you, it's either throwing it out of bounds or your homies are going to catch it 10 feet in the air and not going to be able to do anything with the ball because the defender has already caught up to them. So I definitely recommend baseline having 80 pass accuracy. It definitely will help you in the future while you're playing red. Along with that, like I said, I didn't come out here with the intentions of being a crazy dribble god. 80 on ball handle gets me the dribble packages I need, just the basic ones to create a decent amount of space. So that's my thought process with that. And speed with ball, I know is really low, but like I said, when you're making an all-around build, sacrifices have to be made. And I run with multiple guards, so I know that I'm not gonna always have to like dribble ISO. But when I need to create space to get to the paint or do a little step back to the three, I'm able to do that with these stats right here. So let's get to the part of the build that makes this build the best all-around build, because it can technically very loosely run the 1 through 4. Now 4 I'm using as a very loose example. I'm not saying go out here and you can run this thing with the 4 like you're not gonna get body in the paint, but what I am saying is if you have a small ball lineup, 6'9" point guard at the 4, this definitely could work. We take a look at 72 interior defense. That's just to keep the bigs honest. There's a lot of 6'9" guys out there playing the 4 who just like to paint spam. They're just going up there, posting you up, and going straight up. With this build, at least it gives you a fighting chance to kind of stop that down a little bit. But perimeter, we're elite defender at the perimeter. All those little dribble spammers, I played one today, man. Dribble, spam, 4 or 5 screens. No, it doesn't work. I'm able to stay in front of all the guards. I don't really have that many issues as far as staying in front of my defender. I've never really had that. Obviously, there's going to be guys who are just way better shooters, and that's going to happen. But as far as being a liability on defense, this build is not that. As well as this year, passing lanes are kind of juiced. One thing I would suggest, if you want to be more of a defender, I would lower your driving dunk just a little bit and put your steal to an 80. I personally think that +5 will definitely make a difference. Me personally, when I go for steals in the lane, it kind of pops up sometimes, but kind of not. That probably comes from the fact that I can only get interceptor on bronze. Nothing you gotta kind of look at as your badges and stuff like that. But overall, defense, it's been pretty good. And then just to keep it honest, like I said, this could maybe run the 4 in some situations. You have a 70 rebound, nothing crazy. Obviously, you want to be running with a big who has a dominant board. This is basically for like just a loose rebound, quick rebound, kind of an outlet type of situation. Yeah, but those are the main kind of attributes and stats for this build. Let's kind of get into the physicals a little bit. Now, the speed is 81, acceleration 77, strength 84, vertical is actually a 84, and stamina is a 98. My thought process with this was vertical had to be an 83. You need 82 vertical to get the max contact dunk package, I believe it is. Strength, in order to get silver bully, you need 82 strength. I didn't want to go all the way to 88, 89 for gold bully because I had different attributes in different places I wanted to take care of. And then speed and acceleration aren't as important this year as a big guard, I would say, personally, because your ability to kind of get to the paint once you get there, I mean, you're not really, once you get past your defender, you don't really need a whole bunch of speed. You just need to be able to create a little bit of space. That's where that 80 ball handle and stuff comes into place. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. Like I said, this is one of the best builds, if not the best all-around build in the game. As you can see right here on the screen, I got some screenshots of our top performing games so far. This is just a couple of them, man. If you guys would like to see some full red gameplays, let me know down in the comment section. And you know, we get 10 likes on the video, I'll drop a gameplay video. So you guys let me know in the comment section. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and consider liking and subscribing. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.